How's it going, everyone? Hopefully everyone's doing good. This is just gonna be a quick, like, hour stream, maybe less, kind of out of nowhere. So if we don't have anyone pop in, might not go even longer, it might be shorter. But I did want to do a quick live stream this week, kind of just to update y'all on what's going on this week. And yeah, since I didn't really get a chance to last week kind of got crazy. Um, it was birthday week for me. And that kind of caused some hopping around, so which is odd because I don't normally celebrate my birthday or even really talk about it. So it's just not what I do. I don't really care. It's just another day to me. Hey, Adam, how's it going? But it ended up getting crazy because I actually did kind of celebrate a few of the nights, and then work just kind of busted my butt, which is good. So good things happening at work. So I'll be a lot less stressed there. So everything here on the channel should start coming back to normal slowly but surely. Now that I'm slowly going to start having more energy after work, I'm not sleeping pretty much 2 out of my 4 days off. Um, Hopefully, at least. I'm still pretty tired today, but I slept a lot yesterday and slept a lot today. So we're going to try to wrap this up in an hour, though. Do it before my partner gets home. It's her last night of work before she has a few days off. And the next few days are actually going to kind of be a little crazy here for the channel. So we'll kind of get on to that. So updates, kind of what I'm planning for this week. We have an unboxing tomorrow. Beast of the East was finally able to get out the last SH Monster Arts that I ordered back in May. They were finally able to get it out, and because they're so close, it's already in my city at the distribution center. It just arrived a little too late to get sent off to the actual delivery centers. So it is here in South Dakota. It is just kind of waiting, so which is okay. We'll live stream tomorrow. I'll probably make that an unboxing and just a hangout stream as well. We'll just kind of talk. One, because what it is, it's gonna, for the people who know what it is. It's my first time owning that Monster Arts. I didn't get to own either version of it before, or either of the three versions technically, and it has quite a bit of stuff with it. So yes, we have that stuff coming in. Very excited about that. I'm very, very pumped. I don't have shelf space for it, so I should kind of give a hint to what it is. And then if you guys already know, well then hopefully you guys are hyped, even though it was released last year. So nothing too crazy, nothing new, but still exciting. So yeah, that'll probably be a little bit of longer stream, especially for an unboxing stream. So it'll kind of probably be a little bit of both. It'll be the unboxing, which will take a little bit longer since I'll kind of want to, take my time with it, especially because it can be fragile as well. And then we'll kind of maybe hang out a little bit longer since it'll be earlier in the day. And then I want to say we're gonna try to get back on the movie marathon with against Mechagodzilla, maybe Sunday. We'll see. Scheduling pretty hard. I also, like I said, work has kind of been wearing me down a lot, so I don't want to come in half-assed with no energy. It's a very exciting movie for me, and as well for the people that I like to join me for it. A lot of Against Mechagodzilla and Tokyo SOS fans, so I want to have that with them as well. So I want to be able to match their energy. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully Sunday it'll work out scheduling wise. If not, what I might do, because I do want guests on that one, I have to have guests. What I might do is draw another movie, and we'll skip ahead. We'll skip to a different movie, and hopefully it'll be one that I'm not going to be too anal about having guests on, something I can do solo, just to kind of keep the ball rolling. Because now we are behind. I think if I do one every week now, we will not get all of them done before the end of the year. And I wanted to be basically on the last episode the week of November 3rd or the weekend before, I believe. I can't remember if it's like a Monday or a Tuesday this week or a Sunday night. I can't remember. I'd check it, but if I update the iPad, it'll throw the whole stream out of whack. So I'm not going to do that. I would rather not deal with too many tech issues today. I've already got everything off the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi has been absolutely awful. It's also another reason why I streamed. My Wi-Fi has been flicking on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off every day, at least 4 or 5 times a day. And it's been extra shitey lately. We're talking about like 100, 120 ping in Fortnite when I'm used to like 30 to 40, and lately I've been adjusted to 60 to 80, and now it's another 20 to 30 above. So tomorrow before the unboxing, like in the morning, I have a ton of errands I got to run, so I might go and round up all of my equipment and go get my free upgrade that they promised me, since I'm spending so much money on internet and it's not working even a fraction of how solid it should be. So we'll see about that. Reviews this week. I went off on a little bit of a tangent. Sorry, guys. Reviews this week. We have I have the box down here. I want to make sure I name this thing right because I got to get it for the review anyways. We have the Mechagodzilla 93 Garuda Fire Rodan Makuari Decisive Battle version. With the vote, this was the second winner, so we're gonna move on ahead to this because the new one that's coming in tomorrow, that review might be next week, maybe the week after. But well, actually, I'm gonna put this on the table since I'm gonna start filming tonight. Filming and editing tonight. It'll be done. I don't know if it'll come out tomorrow. I don't want to post a video on a live stream day, so this might be like Wednesday, maybe Thursday. This review, the Mechagodzilla set. So yeah, we have that review, and then I still haven't figured out how I wanted to do them yet. But the CCP GMK Godzilla, the blue, kind of almost like the Frostbite GMK, and the lime green, like acid color Space Godzilla, the CCP middle size. Both question mark are coming out this week. I still haven't decided if I'm going to do a double review and just review them both in one like 5-minute video, or if I'm going to do 2 short reviews and make them shorts / reels, because I can still, if they're at 1 minute, I can post them here on YouTube and I can post them on Instagram. So I haven't decided quite yet on that. And then if you guys saw the Marusan Varan review that came out last week, I tried something a little different, and there's still some bugs and some things I want to upgrade, some critiques I was given after the fact. So that was kind of like a last minute like idea the night of. Edit it before work, and because I didn't have a lot of time to throw it back to my phone, since I take all the footage, put it on the iPad, and then I upload it from the iPad, because that's where I do all my editing. I didn't have time to send it back to my phone before I went to work, so I basically finished it, and then I was at the buzzer, almost was late for work because I was trying to finish it. Then I kind of just uploaded as is. One thing I noticed that no one mentioned, interestingly enough, the audio was way too loud. Music was way too loud. So I gotta turn that down because it's pretty blaring when it comes out, which, you can always turn on YouTube and the audio of the device that you're using as output. But if you're not expecting it to be loud and you're wearing headphones, I'm sure that was not lo-fi vibes. That was very ear busting. So I do apologize for that. So yeah, turn the audio down. Figuring out how I want to do voiceovers on it as well. Like I said, I didn't have time, so I just kind of left it. I'm kind of in this weird middle ground where I don't want to review Sofubi pieces as much because they are, in my opinion at least, way more subjective than Monstarts or X Plus, or even Bandai's, where you can break it down and be like, well, it's not accurate, the paint job is not correct, accuracy is all over the place. For Monstarts, the articulation is either really good or really bad. That's all objective things. But with Sofubi, you're not really looking at articulation. I show it off because, might as well, because people are interested. If you haven't delved into the Sofubi round, people do like, to be interested in those things, so I do like to show them off. I don't try to write it off, but I want to try to let the Sofubi pieces speak for themselves. But at the same time, I feel like no audio as well for like a 3-minute video is still kind of a little awkward. So I'm gonna try to figure it out. Thankfully, by bringing the music down, that will allow a actual voiceover. So I don't know if I'll just kind of make slight comments or maybe just like more facts about the figure. I could try that, which is really hard in this day and age when Maru-san is busting out anywhere from 3 to 5, even sometimes 10 colorways a month. So it's harder to find the older stuff. So like the Varan, I don't really know when that Varan was released besides 2023. And if Club Tokyo doesn't have the information, it takes a while to get to it. So, because the listing that I bought off didn't list it as the Christmas colors, even though the Christmas variations that came out 2 to 3 years ago are basically the same. I think the red's a little bit more darker on some of them, but that was mainly the 85 and or not the 85, oh my goodness, the 89 and the 95 were part of the Christmas set. The listing didn't say that was the Christmas version. And it's basically been done twice, that colorway / glitterway. I don't know how you want to call that. So there's still a lot of, I want to say, kinks to work out. Thankfully, with CCP middle sizes, they're really easy. Because they're sold on AmiAmi and Hobby Link Japan. And then I can even cross-reference with places like Big Bad Toy Store, even though I don't recommend buying from there, because of the price markup is egregious. Sorry, I'm looking at them right now on the shelf. I kind of want to bring them down, but I also don't want to get off camera. So it's easier to cross-reference what type of exclusives they are because they do sell the exclusives. But I want to save that info for the live stream that's happening Monday. If you guys saw my post today, and Adam's here in the chat, or was in the chat, maybe he had to bounce, but that's absolutely okay. Adam and Adam is hosting a Talking with Adam live stream. I believe it's going to be a series. It is numbered, so but I'm not going to speak for him either. But we're going to be sitting down and talking about accessible Sofubi, and you can bet your guys' butts that CCP middle-sized and even CCP in their normal size, hopefully once a month. Yep, hopefully once a month. Sweet, sweet. And it won't always be me either. I'm just happen to be the first guest this month. So Adam, well, there's a lot of things he's planning, so I won't speak for him. I'll let him, once we kind of get to that live stream and however he wants to do it, I'll let him talk about it. But first guest, we're going to be talking about CCPs and accessible Sofubi. So I'm very excited to be on. I'm honored to be on, to be able to talk about these, especially because for me, when the idea was brought up for me, Adam is who got me into the middle size. He bought one at G-Fest last year, and he was like, I believe it was the translucent orange 95, right? Or a translucent Godzilla 2000, I believe. I believe it was the 95. It was a translucent, I believe it was orange, or it was a different color. It was really, really nice. And he bought it. You know, I knew about the middle size for a while, but I was on the end that a lot of people were like, oh man, these are really expensive on aftermarket. And then like Big Bag Toy Store listings. Got the TT key. Oh, okay. It was the TTT colors 99. That's what it was. I don't know. I must have the orange 95 in my watch list, and that's why I was thinking about it, even though I took it off because we have a colorway kind of like it coming up soon. But he's what got me into the line, and you know, helps me realize that with Sofubi you don't have to, like, you go into these groups and if you don't know where to look, you'll see a lot of the expensive stuff first or the vintage stuff that cost a lot, and that can be daunting as a new collector. It can turn people away. And okay, he does have the translucent orange as well. Okay. We'll update ourselves. Well, you don't really have to update me because I only have 3 right now, but we'll talk about it going in, I'm sure, because we'll want to maybe bring out examples. We'll see. He revealed that you can buy a really nice Safubi for low cost and still just be satisfied. The 3 middle sizes that I own, besides like the Shin Godzillas and a few other things, like those are some of the most hyped I've been for Safubi releases in this year. Besides my Sarajushi Shins, because I just absolutely melt over those. But it's also favorite kaiju, so like, there's a little bit of biasness. SSPG, CCP, if you guys want to do a if you want to do a Shin Godzilla, please do it right now. Do like a Kamada-kun, We'll speak about Kamada-kun here in a second. But yeah, so that live stream is going to help open the door for everyone. So if you guys are interested in Safubi, even if you don't plan on buying, but if you want to know more about Safubi, learn more about the artisan style of Godzilla collecting, next Monday, it will be 7 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go watch that. It's going to be a ton of fun. Very excited. More details will be announced a little bit later, but Adam still has to decide how he would like to. But we'll be live on his channel, not here. So make sure you go subscribe to Adam. Subscribe. I don't really say this on my channel or really ever at all, but hit the notification bell on that post that he posted this morning, so you guys will be reminded 30 minutes before the live stream, so you guys don't miss out. Otherwise, I believe Adam will leave it up, so it'll be always up for as long as it goes well. So it'll be a very exciting episode, very, very exciting start. And I can't wait to talk about CCP and learn more about CCP as well. That's going to be the best part. It's like we're going to be talking about it, but I'm also going to be learning as well. And that's always exciting as a collector to learn more about the things that I'm also buying and learn details, learn facts, learn other avenues to buy these, to make cost-effective choices for this increasingly more and more expensive hobby. Although Godzilla's popularity has been rising, it also means that costs are going up on everything because it's more popular. I've seen a lot of it on the few Facebook groups I'm in. A lot of people didn't realize how expensive Godzilla collecting is or can be for new collectors, because a lot of the expensive thing are shoved first. I mean, I would even debate, monster arts being shoved first isn't the best thing either. CCP middle-sized, Bandai's, those are the really good starting points. If you're looking for cost-effective, if you just want a few things, you don't want to spend too much, I would say those are good starts, in my opinion. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm kind of going off on tangents. I don't know. I'm so exhausted, guys. I apologize. I'm just going on and on and on about things after saying I'm not going to. I'm sorry, guys. We'll end the discussion there. I don't want to take away from me and Adam's time on there. But there's plenty. Thankfully, that discussion also has more than enough to talk about. So, yeah. So we got that next Monday. Very, very, very excited. Very honored to be there. Adam, thank you for asking me to join. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's always fun. Adam and I doing anything is always fun. It's why one of the reasons I'm sad about not going to G-Fest is I won't be able to see my friends, and just all the misadventures we'll get into at G-Fest and the craziness. But I hope everyone that's going is going to have a fun time, have a safe time as well. And I'll be there in spirit. And next year, hopefully, return. I'll say hopefully. Oh, uh-oh. Do you guys want a special guest? Special guest breaking news live stream? Come here, buddy. Tater, come here. You guys want a special guest? It's been a while since he's been on a stream. Hey, big boy. Come here. It is the Tater, the puppy, Bullzilla himself. Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my goodness. Everyone say hi to Tater. He is such a good boy. I'll talk a little bit quieter. I'm sorry. He is here. Oh, and a big burp. Doublezilla. Tater, look over here. No, not at me, silly. Yes, look at this baby boy. He's waiting for mom to come home, so he's kind of grumpy. Also, dad's talking loud on the live stream. So, oh, here you go, bud. Good boy. Oh, he's going to sit right in front of me. So, yes, there was the Tater. It's been a while since he's been on stream as well. So, where was I going? Oh, yeah, I was talking about... Oh, guys. Bubbly mind. I thank you guys for supporting the channel. I know it's sometimes difficult, live streams and reviews, you know, bubbliness and all over. But I thank you guys for supporting it. You know, how my brain works. Which that's not an excuse. There's still plenty of ways for me to professionalize myself and get myself focused. So he kicked the tripod. He's like, get off the camera and pet me. Give me attention. So he's such a good boy. Tater also just got my mind out of the zone. So, but I thank you guys for supporting the channel. We're at 923. So we are nearing 1,000. It means I really, really need to ramp up my 1,000 subscriber live stream. We had a kind of like a quiet goal, or I have a quiet goal of hitting it by August, and now I could hit it before mid-July, before G-Fest, which kind of was the intention, was to hit it before G-Fest and then have a big celebration at G-Fest, but things just haven't worked out and won't work out unless I go and win the lottery within the next week. I will not be at G-Fest, but if I win the lottery, you know, there's a lot of different changes for the channel, but that's just not, you know, a realistic option, so it's not even really a viable one. So definitely not a viable one, but you never know. Things happen. I have to buy that ticket first, so, but try not to spend a lot of money right now. Pre-order heavy this month. Do you hear him? He's itching his ear right now. He found a good spot, but he's also right on the tripod, so it's just kicking the crap out of this. Silly boy. There we go. So I've kind of talked about it in past live streams, but I've kind of updated myself on pre-orders. So we have 2 X Pluses this month. Well, technically they'll be delivered at the beginning of July. Hopefully everything will get here before July 4th, since that kind of slows everything down for like a week. So we have the Bandai minus color -1 set, or the -1 minus color set. So we'll be reviewing that as soon as possible. We have X Plus 30 centimeter Yuji Sakai Godzilla 93 and the X Plus 30 centimeter -1. -1 will obviously take priority. I know even if you guys aren't X Plus collectors, I think a lot of people are excited for that release. I am as well. Something I don't have pre-ordered, but will be trying to get right away. I might have to wait for the US release on this. SH Monster Arts Jet Jaguar comes out on the 24th this month. If things work out, I have a few things I'm going to buy, I'm going to buy beforehand. Actually something from Adam, something very exciting. So that takes priority. That's first. I have one thing from Adam I want to buy first, and then Jet Jaguar, because I don't have it on pre-order. Technically, that's like a raw buy. You know, so I have to get the funds for that. So that's kind of second priority. Well, that's third priority. And then the second thing, I kind of mentioned it earlier, Marsan is doing a pop-up event, and the Shin Godzilla Second Form, or Kamada-kun, the first colorway, is officially coming out this month. And I am in line to getting one. So I have secured one for a not crazy aftermarket price. In fact, I'm getting it for basically retail plus shipping. So just gotta hope that the person who's going to the event is able to get it. It seems to be a lottery. So it's not guaranteed. I do believe so, but I didn't have to pay for that right away, thankfully. Pretty excited about that. So yeah, so that's second. That comes second after my purchase from Adam. Adam's purchase comes first. I'm very, very excited for that. So we will, once I get Adam paid, buy that off of him. That'll be a crazy unboxing. Another Monster Hearts. One that I technically own, but I haven't owned yet, and I actually don't own. I haven't owned any version of that character before. So, winky face. So I'll leave the teaser up on that. So I've owned a different, well, we'll call it a variation, but I haven't owned that specific form. I guess form might be the best word. Haven't owned that specific form before of that character yet in my collection ever. Period. It was one of the few that I was missing. So I have to wet my voice. Work, there's a lot of loud talking and almost kind of not yelling, like aggressive, but like you have to talk louder because it's a loud area to work. So my vocal cords are kind of shot. Also been doing a lot of vocal practice lately, with music. So I've been vocal cords are pretty exhausted from that. So yeah, those are the minus color set, the X pluses, the Bandai set, that Maru-san, and as soon as that Maru-san gets here, that second form Shin Godzilla, obviously it will be getting live stream, and it will get its review right away. And that will be one of the first Sofubi reviews that will be like an actual review because it will be the first version of it. So I'll give my thoughts on the mold, things I hope for. It's also a Shin Godzilla, so we kind of had to be a little bit more crazy about it. What else? Shinko Seiho Gaia comes out. SH Figure Arts Gaia, but that won't be reviewed. Jet Jaguar, but I might not be able to get that until next month or maybe even August. We'll see. I'm going to try to get it as soon as I can. For one, because I'm very excited for it, but I would also like to review it sooner than later. If there's QC issues with the figure, like an overall QC issue, I want to get it in, get my review, so anyone who likes to watch many reviews of a figure to see if it's worth to buy something, that way you guys can see that it is a continuing issue. So hoping it doesn't have anything. All the Showa releases so far have been pretty good. Hedorah had a few things, but Godzilla and Gigan have been straight up almost perfection. So we will see. And then anything July, kind of looking into July, we have at the end of the month, we'll have the Favorite Sculptures line Baragon 30 centimeter from X Plus. We will have, what else comes out July? There's a few things. I know my pre-orders are lower in July. I think it's I have more like anime stuff in July. There's not a ton of Godzilla stuff. So I'm trying to remember what else. The San Diego Comic-Con Godzilla 1989 will be released in July. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to try to see if I can't have someone pick one up for me and send it to me, or if I'm going to have to either go to aftermarket or wait for the P Bandai pre-orders, and then that probably won't get here until next year. So I might have to have someone go pick it up at the event. We'll see. We'll see about that. We'll wait for retail, the MSRP to be announced, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna be $100. The San Diego Comic-Con stuff or the event exclusive stuff has been normally pretty fair price. I mean, the Kong was only $90, but just because Kong was $90 doesn't mean that Godzilla's not going to be more. So we will see. But I'll try to get it right away. Otherwise, if I have to wait for it, I have to wait for it. I'm not gonna like express that. That's not gonna be a priority for me to get it right away. If I have to wait for P Bandai or Big Bad Toy Store pre-orders, that's just what I'm gonna have to do. Um, and I won't regret it. So I'll suck not having the review up for you guys right away, but there's plenty of people who will have it out in time. So if you guys have to go somewhere else, whether it's for Jet Jaguar or 89 for Monster Arts or anything else, never, you don't have to wait for me to post the review. I don't expect people to wait. It's just a weird thing. And then if you watch 2 or 3 reviews and you don't watch mine, then that's just how it goes. That's okay. That's kind of how I am sometimes with some releases. Sometimes I only need 1 or 2 videos for a release, and then if I'm not getting it, then that's my 1 or 2 videos. So we'll see. We'll see how quick things. Pre-orders are aplenty, but things are going to slow down on the channel. I'm trying to really. I've kind of said it before. I have a big vacation plan for next year in February that I'm going to try to go to. That's very, very expensive. I have something in September as well this year that's going to be expensive. That's not kaiju related. I'm going to Knot Fest in Iowa. So I have to really start focusing on saving up for those trips, which means I have to cut back on pre-orders. I'm also running out of space very, very, very quickly, and getting back into Monster Arts has not helped. So, I've been selling Safubi and stuff. I actually have a few stuff up on the Facebook groups. Right now I have a few items up for sale, and I'm looking at getting even more strict with what I have right now and selling even more Safubi pieces, just to create more space, and prep for pre-orders this month, because we have a lot. Two 30 centimeter X pluses is rough. That's already pretty hard to deal with. The 93 will thankfully, kind of be a little bit cheap, but the -1 was already more expensive at retail than most releases, and shipping for that, because it's larger, is going to be more expensive. So I do fear what Hobby Link Japan is going to drop on me when that gets into my private warehouse. So I have 2 of those, and we have the Bandai set for the -1. We have a few other things as well. So, pre-orders are plentiful this month, but that's why we're selling things as well, to make up funds for that. We're also saving. I'm trying not to buy extra things. If it's not a new release this year, I'm trying not to buy, I'm not trying to catch back up. Monster Arts, everything eventually gets re-released. There's not many releases that I could sit down and say, I really don't think that's going to get a re-release. A few things that come to mind is like Godzilla Phileas, Godzilla Earth, and Ultima, and like Jet Jaguar, PP from Singular Point. I don't expect those ever to get a re-release or a recolor, but they could as well. I think we're going to get more Heisei stuff, but I've gone on about that in other streams. So what else? Unboxings, review this week. The CCPs, one of them at least, will be reviewed this week, or shorted, or whatever I'm going to do with those. That's about it, I think. I don't really have a lot else. Oh, these should be coming out soon, so I kind of teased the next gigantic review. Spoiler alert, it's 89, because 89 is all I have left until the Easy Hobby / X Plus Gigantic Shin comes in, which I still haven't learned anything about. Very, very frustrated at this point. Considering starting a claim or something, because it's 2 months behind with no updates after getting charged another $100 on top of the almost $200 shipping that I already paid up front. Well, not up front. I used Shopped, so I used payments for it. So I'm not really I don't really feel shame in that. It's expensive figures, so now we got the thumbs up thing. But so that is still nowhere to be seen. I'm very, very frustrated about that. So I'm thinking about starting a claim about it because I at least need to be emailed back, even if there's no updates on it. Like um, being ignored for 3 weeks um, is not cool. Doesn't matter how much the product is. It can be how much that was. It could also be a Bandai figure, so maybe like 40, $50 shipped with zero updates. That's uncool. Um, Not good business, in my opinion. So I'm not very happy about that. It'll probably be my last time pre-ordering from that place again, um, which is sad because that place got my 64 here early, very early. I got it like a week after it came out. Um, but Gigantic Shin is just, I don't know where it's at. I don't know if it's, and that's the other thing too. It could have shipped kind of like 64, and I didn't get tracking, but there's always signature required on it. And if it came on a windy day, which South Dakota has been absolutely windy lately, and rainy, which is kind of a little odd for the beginning of June, if there was like a pink slip or a yellow slip that was dropped off and the wind carried it away and I didn't know it got delivered, and then they don't update you unless you have tracking. That 5 days goes up, it got shipped back, and now I'm in a position where, you know, shipping might need to be paid for again. And at that point, I'm just going to cancel it because it's not worth, the 500 shipping between both times it got shipped. It's Shin Godzilla. It's debatably maybe would be my favorite Shin, my favorite figure in my collection, but I'm not going to spend, $500 basically because it had to make 2 trips. I'm just not going to. So I'm going to try again probably today, tomorrow, to reach out, see if I can't get an update. I might end up canceling it anyways because I'm just, at this point, I'm pretty thoroughly unimpressed, which means I won't be able to get it at all. It is sold out everywhere else. Or if it's not, it's too expensive. I think Big Bad Toy Store still has a few, but they're like 1,100 outright. It's just not gonna go. Just not gonna go. Gojira851, how's it going? Thanks for joining. So hopefully you can get Gigantic Shin. If not, total L on that, I guess. So just how it is. But speaking of Shin, X Plus pre-orders, Ortho Color Shin and the normal color body light up Rick Shin pre-orders should be going up anytime this month. It seemed like they were planning on June, so there might be another Godzilla stream here at the end of the month that would open up pre-orders because I'm not fully sure, and I keep hearing conflicting info that the Ortho colors of Shin Godzilla is the G-Store exclusive, and then there's going to be a re-release of the standard red one. There's going to be a Rick that lights up. The whole body's going to light up. But I've heard that that's also going to be a G-Store, so I don't know if both of them are G-Store exclusives, which would really not be good for me. It'd be very bad if they both were G-Store exclusives. So I'm hoping one's a Rick exclusive and the other's a G-Store, because that's a little bit more easier to manage. But I hope those don't come out this month. Don't want to do more pre-orders, and I will have to get those because the aftermarket on the regular Red Shin is more than a gigantic at this point. So it would be a thing if I don't get the red one, I probably won't have it in my collection at all, which is obviously it's a thing to consider as well. I am a Shin Godzilla collector, but I don't need every single Shin, but I would like it. I've been told that Yuji Sakai mold is amazing, so I would like to get a normal color Shin as well to match with the Awakening, and then Ortho is just like the cherry on top. But we will see. Like I said, trying to control myself. I don't want to go too crazy, so trying to slow down this year, mainly for that trip in February, so I can go crazy, crazy, crazy wild there. I would rather go crazy in Japan than buy aftermarket things here in the U.S. and spend a little bit more unless I'm supporting, friends of mine in the community. Nilo, how's it going? Hi, how's it going? We're kind of getting close to the wrap up on the stream. I might have to end it a little bit, or yeah, I'll probably have to end it here soon. My partner should be getting home here in the next few minutes, so I kind of want to be wrapped up before she gets here, before the dog goes hog wild. But that's kind of it. There's some good things looking at the future, and there's some not so great things as well. But with work, like I kind of said at the beginning of the stream, with work lightening up, sort of, this is basically my last week without my manager above me. He's been gone, and then I now have another person. The other spot, my position has 2 people on my shift, and persecution of the masses. Hey, there you go. Yeah, of course, man. Shin always finds a way. Between me and Shin, we just always kind of find a way. It's always coincidence. I think it's just like an energy fate thing. I love Shin Godzilla a absolute ton. Just kind of like how I love Slipknot a ton. So I kind of even dang it, Tater. Even if sometimes I'm not able to go or buy the thing, I'm normally like right there when it happens, or weird coincidences like that happens. I think it's just energy. You know, it's kind of cool. Positive, negative energy. You put out the energy you put out. Is reflected in some ways. It's not always reflected. But so Shin Godzilla and me, I think we just kind of always wrap into each other. We always find a way. So I don't have like a special connection to it. I think it's just the obsession that I have with Shin just kind of lands me in those spots, luckily. It's not like an inhuman, like, oh, I have a connection and other people don't, because I'm not. That movie, although is very special to me, hits a lot harder for Japanese fans. So, but I think it's just my outcry of love and support of that movie and the character that I just kind of get lucky, I guess. We'll leave it at that. I think I just get lucky, and then coincidences like that happen. Because I had a friend that I hadn't talked to in a while reach out to me that knew I was a big Godzilla fan, but didn't really know much about it, or from when I worked with him, didn't really know what I was talking about when I was recommending movies. And before, at least for me, Shin Godzilla is not on Crunchyroll anymore. Before it got taken away, or maybe it was just gone for like a few days and came back, he coincidentally was watching anime, and then Shin Godzilla got recommended to him, and he thought of me, and he watched it. And just like weird things like that. So it helps that I'm always wearing the shirts at work. The Shin Godzilla shirt, mainly because I have the most Shin Godzilla shirts. -1 is catching up, though. I gotta be careful. I have so many Shin Godzilla -1 shirts. But because it's catching up, just weird, fun coincidences, and then life as well. So I'm glad I'm kind of known as one of the Shin Godzilla guys in the community. There's plenty of them. I would say, a more popular movie in the community. So I'm just kind of glad that I'm known as one of them. Definitely not the one. So Walker's Son is one of my favorite Godzillas. Be Screaming Once That Thing. Yeah, dude. It's Kamada-kun is wonderful. I think it's one of the, in movie, when you're staying to design, it is one of the most almost horrifying versions of Shin. Hey. Stop eating the fuzz. I have to take that away from you. Bulldog was eating the fuzz, so can't allow that. That'll upset his tummy. It gets stuck in his tummy, and that's not good. But I think like design wise, second form is like one of the most adorable things characterized. And I'm glad Japan has leaned into that. Even with the fourth form Shin, like, oh, that's something else I have. I have a shirt and two keychains coming that are Shin Godzilla related, and they're like the Godzilla kaiju being like grabbed from their dorsal plates and just kind of like hanging down. They're just like cute little keychains. But of course, Kamada-kun is cute. But they made fourth form like really adorable as well. Uh-oh. Is mom almost here? He sent something. Um, they made fourth form really adorable as well, and I'm just really happy that I have some not horrifying fourth form shins in my collection coming. So even if, excuse me, even if they're only keychains, um, it's still Shin Godzilla merch. So yes, you're cute. I know. Mom must be coming home. He's looking at me weird. So I'm gonna take the bulldog's big old doe eyes as a sign that Mom must be getting close. He can sense it, his excitement. So, um, on that Shin Godzilla note, because Shin Godzilla's got to be mentioned in every stream I do. Like I said, it's because I love it. It's just kind of easy to talk about, and coincidences happen. So, lucky coincidences happen. So, we're going to end this stream here, guys, before I ramble on more about just junk and garbage. But I want to thank everyone for supporting the channel. If you guys haven't, go check out the last review, the Marusan 350 Varan review. Check it out. There's no voiceover, it's just audio. I will warn you guys ahead of time, the audio, the copyright free music is a little bit loud, so make sure you have your speakers toned down a little bit so you guys don't blow out your ears. Yes, Sun has returned. He's sitting right here. Oh, come here, big boy. You want to get up on the... Nope. He wants to stay flat on the ground. He's got his butt planted. He doesn't want to be moved. But he's here, actually. I can't get it lower enough. Never mind. So, but we're going to end the stream here, guys. I want to thank you all for supporting the channel. Go check out the Verona review. Leave your opinions on what do you think. Well, not the review. The, what I call it? Showcase. I think I call it a showcase. Let me know what you guys think of the showcase. Like I said, Sofubi reviews are going to be more like that. I find it weird to be like ranking Sofubi when it's such a suggestive or a subjective thing, you know, because like colorways can be weird. Like I'm not a big fan of yellows, so like there's a yellow Godzilla 2000 that Marusan did that I'm not like super crazy about, but like other people, like if you like yellows, you're gonna be super crazy about it. So you know, like it just feels weird to be ranking Sofubi. So I'd rather do something a little bit more subjective with or unsubjective with those and just kind of show off the figure. And if you like it, you like it. Maybe you don't like the colorway or the glitter that's on it, but then you go and look up that mold and you find a colorway you like. You know, I kind of like that. You know, I want to show a different light of Sofubi collecting rather than just, oh, here's this like 20-year-old colorway that is super rare and it's super expensive. You know, I don't want to do that with Sofubi. I want to show that these pieces, although cool, and yes, some of them are rare and in then line are expensive, I want to just show the art and the dedication and the love behind it. So, and plus with Sofubi, if I'm buying it, unless something's really different from those initial photos, I'm personally going to like it. So reviewing it also doesn't make sense because at this point, I'm really being strict with my Sofubi purchases. Like I'm only buying colorways that I really want. And if I can't get that colorway, I'm going to wait or I'm just going to miss out and wait for a new one. You know, hey, don't eat that. More stuffing. He's just gets stuffing everywhere. Silly dog. So I'd rather just, how do I want to put it? I'd rather just try to make it not review based and do something else. So showcases are going to be moving on. But I went on a track again. This was Gaijime Addict. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting the stream, hanging out, unboxing tomorrow, unless something crazy goes on or unless there's a holiday that USPS has off that I don't remember. I don't think they're off this week. So SHMA starts unboxing tomorrow / hangout stream. It'll be both. It'll be a little bit longer. Probably be about 50, maybe hour 10, hour 20. We'll hang out, and then reviews coming out. Mechagodzilla set later this week. Aiming for Monday, or not Monday. Aiming for Wednesday. Today is Monday, so expect this Wednesday. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Nilo, thanks for watching. Gojira851, thanks for watching. And Thirsty Thursday Toys, thank you guys for watching. And anyone else who was watching that didn't comment, thank you guys for the support. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.